Hello guys, I just got out of the shower as you can see, and I just wanted to share some thoughts that I was reflecting in the shower. So I got diagnosed with major depression last year, and my psychiatrist told me that it's been actually an ongoing thing for several years, and we think that it started when I was 16 till the age of 23. Basically, I was literally clinically major depressed for 7 freaking years, even though I'm 23 years old, which is crazy. And I was like reflecting, when was the last time I thought about death? And I just realized for the last 4 or 5 months, or maybe even 6, I haven't thought about it. And it might sound crazy to y'all who don't have depression, but to me, it's like so, I don't know, it's like such a big change that I just can't believe right now. Like every single day when I would wake up, especially during high school and especially before my YouTube channel took off, every single freaking day I would wake up and I would feel like, shit, I have to live another day again. That was the feeling that I had. And, obviously, I am very privileged. And even back then, when my dad got scammed, went bankruptcy, and we lost everything, and my parents were like struggling a lot. Even back then, I was quite privileged, obviously. But I think what did I want to even say? I don't remember. Yeah, okay, I was basically, yes, privileged. But still, every single day when I woke up, I felt like I have no hope in life, no purpose in life. And the days were just passing by and everything was just getting worse each day. And I still talk about this with my mom, and we still say, like, we literally thought the financial situation of our home is never gonna get better. And, what I did was in COVID, I basically started my YouTube channel. It took off, and I actually started to make some money from it, And even though my like dad filed bankruptcy and things like that, like a lot of legal stuff happened, like every single day we're getting calls from banks, even though because of YouTube, and I was able to support my family. I paid off the family debt we had, and I also kind of like retired my parents too. And now that I think about it, I'm gonna cry about it. Like, sort of like YouTube changed my life, I would say. And even though like I think YouTube took off, around like end of 2020, beginning of 2021 or so, even till recently I was really depressed about it because, I had a lot of issues that I had to solve. And even though the YouTube channel was doing well, I always had this constant fear of what if something happens and I just lose my YouTube channel and I won't be able to support my family, and we just go back to those bad old days. But like, I was in the shower and I recognized it's been 4 years, like 2021, 2022, 3 and 4 is about the end. It's been 4 years and I'm doing freaking awesome. Like, look at the view that I have. And I think it just made me realize that I was in a scarcity mindset and I was in a survival mode. And, when I would wake up back then, I was like, I have no hope. Like, I don't know what to do with my life. It's not going to get better. Every single day, it's just getting worse and I feel even worse. I don't enjoy anything. I don't want to go outside. I just want to stay home. I just want to lay on bed a whole day. That was the thing that I've been thinking. And when YouTube popped off, I was like so obsessed with YouTube and I was so hyper focused on it. I have ADHD and I was enjoying it But then once I started making money, the fear was like, what if it's gonna stop? What if we go back? And, I think like the pressure that I put on myself, like my family never put that pressure on me. It's just that I always put pressure on myself. I was putting the constant pressure to myself of like, I gotta make more money. And also it's because like we had a lot of debt actually, like, lawsuits and things like that. I had to kind of like, we had to figure them out. So I had this like constant pressure on myself to always do better, always make more money, like each month make more money. That was the goal that I had for the last 4 years, and I did manage that. But after I solved basically the problems that we had and my brother got married, we sorted out the wedding. And weddings are a huge thing in Turkey and it costs a lot, but we got that out of the way. Now that I think back, I'm really glad that I pushed everything. And maybe, I could have done like a much sustainable way in my opinion, but I also have all or nothing attitude, so maybe that was the only way that I could do. But I'm so just grateful for myself for pushing through all the pain, all the difficulties that I had. But I'm really grateful for you and for YouTube to allow me to do this. And now that like every major problem in my life is solved, technically. Like I had a phase in my life, I think probably last month or two, I'm like doing good. But before that, like previously, I had this kind of feeling of like, okay, after I solve my family issues, what am I going to do with my life? Like, what is the direction? What is the purpose that I'm looking for? And I was feeling so meaningless. Life started to feel meaningless again because for such a long time, the only focus that I had in my mind was like, make more money, save the family. Make more money, save the family. And that was my whole drive. And after it basically kind of chilled a little bit, then I had this whole hole in my heart of like, what do I do now then? And I reflected a lot about it. And I just realized that you do not necessarily need to have this crazy thing that is pushing you to do something. Obviously, if you have a drive, I think you can be quite successful. But that does not mean you're going to have peace in your mind. And I think there are phases in life where you are grinding and where you are resting and where you're overall more like chill, more sustainable approach, etc., etc. I think when you're just starting, it's like important to grind the fuck, grind fuck out of your whole energy, whole day, whatever. But once you get out of that first beginner phase and you kind of move towards steady growth phase, it's okay to really have other aspects in your life that you enjoy. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if I would summarize this whole video in one sentence, what I'm trying to say is that it is so freaking amazing to wake up in the morning and not feel like, oh, I got to do this thing, I gotta make more money, oh, family, family, or feel like, oh, I don't want to live life, I don't want to wake up, but like just feel like, good morning, what am I doing today? Checking my calendar, okay, and I just start the day. It is so freaking simple. There's like no, from me waking up from my bed and starting my day, there's no thought in between of like, I don't want to do this. What if this, what if that? Like, it doesn't exist. And I'm just like, good morning. What am I doing today? Okay, let's do my skincare. Let's have a breakfast. Let me drink my coffee. Do a little bit of work. Go for my morning walk. Call my mom. And that's it. It's just neutral. I just wake up. It's not like, oh my god, it's such an amazing day, it's sunshine or anything. But it's neither like, oh, it's so bad. It's just that, good morning. I am feeling such in peace. And I'm not forcing myself to feel happy all the time too. And I'm just like allowing myself to feel whatever the heck I'm feeling at that moment. And I'm just so chill overall. Like, I hope I can feel this way rest of my life, which is probably like maybe unrealistic, because there's going to be obviously times that I feel probably a little more depressed, maybe a little toxically positive, etc., etc. But overall, what I want to say is that I feel like a sane person, and I'm not having any mental breakdowns, neither crying suddenly in the middle of the day. And I feel like that is a huge success. Maybe I should talk about the things that I've done during my major depression that helped me a lot, like outside of antidepressants, because I've taken antidepressants in the last phase of it. I don't think it's the thing that ended. It just helped me to, just to live a little bit a better life. But yeah, overall, I'm just grateful. I think that's just the summary. I'm just grateful towards life. And if you're feeling depressive right now, if you're thinking about, what I can say is that even sometimes it might seem and feel like there is absolutely no hope. If we are able to live another day, I think there is always hope. Wasn't that deep? Good night. I'm gonna sleep.